Welcome back to White Mountains Today. I'm Chelsea, and sitting here with me right now is Lisa McCoy of Great Glen Trails and Mount Washington Auto Road. So thank you so much for coming, Lisa.
Thanks, Chelsea. It's great to be here.
Very wonderful to have you. So let's start off just talking about Great Glen Trails. Let's start with. For
Sure.
everyone that doesn't know anything about it, let us know.
So Great Glen Trails is a beautiful location. We are right at the base of the Mount Washington Auto Road, kind of sister companies, and it's about 28 miles of trails for biking, for walking, running. It's a beautiful location with this spectacular views of the Presidential Range. And we also offer half-day kayak trips, flat water, and if you really want to amp it up, we do offer whitewater clinics.
Okay.
But the real popular trips are the flat water trips. We take people up on the Androscoggin River on this very secluded stretch. Our guides recently have been seeing moose and eagles and beavers. So it's a gorgeous stretch of the river.
Oh, that's wonderful. Perfect way to see all the wildlife up
It is.
close.
Yes, and especially during foliage season, which is just around the corner.
That is. It's probably want to book soon, of course. It's going to be very busy, I bet.
It's going to be pretty busy. So we do offer that you can book it online, but of course anybody can call up and inquire and talk to somebody if you feel more comfortable talking with someone on the phone.
Oh, perfect. Yes. And so do you have events happening with Great Glen coming up?
We do. So starting on Thursdays, starting September 1st, is our weekly trail running series, and it goes for 6 full weeks until the beginning of October. And anybody can join either for the full series, or if you only can do one day, you can do just a one-time entry. And it's a time trial, or you can do it untimed. So you can come anytime between 3:30 and 6:30 p.m. and you head out on the mini course, the short course, or the long course for running or walking, and you can make it as competitive or as non-competitive as you want. And some people who do the long course are really fast, and we do offer weekly prizes.
Oh, neat. Yeah.
This event is sponsored by Cotopaxi, which is an awesome company that does really great work kind of with recycled products for hiking and getting out into the outdoors.
Oh, neat. How exciting is that?
Yeah, so all sorts of prizes, and we do a raffle that is based on participation and on your status in your category.
Okay, perfect. So if you want to be competitive, you can.
Yep.
You don't have to,
Exactly.
though.
Yeah.
Which is awesome. Do you have an event with, I hear about dogs coming up for Conway?
We do.
Yes.
So we're really excited. We are hosting at Great Glen Trails on September 24th the Conway Area Humane Society Trails for Tails event.
Oh, how fun.
And Conway Area Humane Society, of course, who doesn't love our furry, four-legged friends? And they depend on support from everybody in the community to continue to do their work. And so this is a fundraiser. So you can create a team, or you can do it as an individual. You register on their website, and then you can come to Great Glen Trails and do your walk or your bike ride or whatever activity that it is that you choose to do as kind of your pledge to support the Conway Area Humane Society.
Perfect.
And
Support in every way you want.
yes, and there will be an adoption event on the 24th, so you can come and see some of the cute little faces that they'll be up for adoption, and there's a food truck that will be there, so some vendors, so it'll be a really nice event to come and support the Conway Area Humane Society.
Oh, of course, yes.
Yeah.
They need all the support. And so all the information for everything there is on your website?
Yes, it's right on greatglentrails.com. So you can find the event information for both the running walking series, sponsored by Cotopaxi, and for the Trails for Tails event.
Perfect, awesome. And so let's head on up to the auto road.
Yes, so
Now tell us what that is.
So
We all
right
know,
there,
but-
everyone, you see the bumper stickers. It's pretty iconic. This car climbed Mount Washington, and in a true sense, those cars do earn it. If you don't drive the auto road like a lot of our employees do on a regular basis, it is an exciting drive. And
you have to earn that.
You have to earn it, and the car definitely earns it. But we always give people instructions that, it doesn't harm your vehicle. If you drive it down correctly in the right gear, then you shouldn't have to use your brakes very much at all. So
that's good.
It's a really safe road, and but there are no guardrails, and that's really because we don't want to ruin the scenery. When you're looking out into the beautiful Great Gulf, you don't want to be looking at an old guardrail. So we like to keep the mountain preserved and so that everybody can view it the way that it is.
Oh, yeah. Lovely, yes.
But the road provides access all the way up to the summit, and this year we paved it, so it is 100% paved, and it's a beautiful drive. And if you don't want to drive yourself, we do offer guided tours, and you you can book those guided tours on our website on mt-washington.com and go to our guided tours section, and you can book your tour, and then you'll have a spot guaranteed.
Oh, perfect.
If you don't feel like your car is up to snuff to drive the auto road, the 2-hour tour is a great option. But also, if you've driven it before, or maybe you just want a new experience, some of our guided tour drivers have been on the mountain for years, and they have this incredible wealth of knowledge about the mountain and its history and all the anecdotes and stories for years and years. And it's just it's a great way to get to know the mountain.
Yeah, it's like an experience in itself too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, we don't put any more than 8 people in a van. So, you get this kind of intimate experience with the guide, and you can ask him all sorts of questions, or her, and really get to know the mountain. So it's really kind of neat.
How neat. Yeah, I feel like I would go that way for sure.
Yeah, it's fun. And then you get to peer out the window and not have to worry about driving.
That's where I would be, of course. So for events coming up, around the auto road, I hear about a lot of them coming up, which sounds very exciting.
Yep. So we're excited. We're welcoming back, of course, our Muster in the Mountains. It is a 3-day kind of colonial reenactment mountain man time period, and it's free and open to the public. You can come in and walk around and experience what it feels like to be in the colonial era.
Oh,
it's
neat.
Really neat experience. And to see some of the handicraft that people are making, like there's a blacksmith that's there, and sometimes they will bring cannons from the Civil War or the Revolutionary War era, and they do a kind of musket demonstration, and so all sorts of activities. You can see that schedule of activities on our website under events.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, and you were talking about full costumed actors.
And you
really
don't feel, we try to move the cars. Of course, if there's someone who's handicapped or needs better access to their car, they'll park their car near their tent site. But for the most part, the entire encampment looks like you're back in the 1800s.
Oh, how neat.
And even walking around in your kind of standard today clothes, it feels a little bit out of place. You kind of want to insert yourself, but there is a shop, so you can buy things. And if you're looking for, a handmade wrought iron, beautiful lantern, they sell those there. And, beautiful wrought iron hooks and different tools and things that, you just can't find on Amazon.
This is completely authentic.
This is very, and handmade. And you can usually talk to the person who forged them. So it's really, really very neat experience.
Like tons to learn from everyone, of course.
Yeah, you just sit down and people really kind of immerse themselves in this tradition.
It seems like a really, really fun event. Yeah, of course.
It's really neat.
Do you have any other events happening on the mountain or Great Glen?
No, not for Mount Washington Auto Road. That kind of wraps up our whole season. But of course, we're looking ahead to foliage, and we are super excited to welcome everyone to the Auto Road for foliage season. I always, whenever people ask when is a good time to visit, I always say it's a little less busy earlier in the morning, later in the afternoon. Kind of the peak of the day, people tend to
gravitate,
after breakfast or whatever it is. But the earlier you can get there, the better. And of course, the Mount Washington Observatory is always the best source of information for the weather at the summit.
Oh, perfect.
So if people want to see if it's going to be cloudy or if it's going to be, windy. Some people love to go up and experience that dramatic wind that happens on the summit of Mount Washington, and that is like no other place on Earth.
Oh, I bet.
So,
so I bet it's smart to reserve your times, but if you want to go for foliage, and you can remind us where to get tickets for that on your website?
So when you want to drive yourself, you do not need a reservation.
Okay.
You just come right to the base of the auto road and go right to the toll house. For the 2-hour guided tours, you would want to go to our website and book ahead in advance. And I would definitely recommend people during foliage season for guided tours to book ahead.
Oh, absolutely.
For the guided tours. And even on Labor Day weekend, it's a really good idea to book because we do fill. And so if you're there for the tour and you don't have your spot, we can't guarantee it. So.
Oh, yeah, that would be very sad.
Yeah.
Of course. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me here.
If you want to visit the Mount Washington Auto Road Great Glen Trails, visit everything will be online. And thank you so much, Lisa, for joining us today.
Thanks, Chelsea, for having me. We look forward to seeing everyone at the Auto Road Great Glen Trails soon.
Yes, definitely get there. And you're watching White Mountains Today.